Good morning, everybody. Can you see me and hear me? Good morning. Thank you, Linda. It's like not in a good position. Okay, there we go. Good morning. Good morning. All right, let's get started. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Guidance and a token from my spirit team on how to dismantle and rebuild my reselling business and quickly sell stale and old inventory. How to dismantle and rebuild my reselling business. So Six of Pentacles is like a one-way street. So it's like everything going out. The Queen of Cups is all in flow. Eight of Swords in reverse is a release of something. Would there be a way to do a deal where you kind of like do like a buy one, get one, like buy one, get one, and then with some kind of promotion to come back to when you rebuild? It's like get everything out quite twice as quickly with a way to bring back the buyers to when you're ready to rebuild. There's a gear with number 20. My aunt is getting worse. Do you see her passing in the next 6 months? There is no quality of life. There is no quality of life. Six of Wands is reversed, so I'm not confident to say in the next 6 months, but I do feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, things are going that way pretty quickly. The Empress fell on the floor. I feel like things are going to take an even sharper drop in the next 6 months is how I would word that. I'm not confident to say that that's the time frame, but I feel like within the next 6 months, there's a major dropping. After getting into trouble the other night, my son Henry said he was going to unalive himself. Does he play video? He does play video games, but won't talk like that. What can I know about his mindset and feelings? Feels like there's something going on that you're not knowing about here because he's trying very hard to hide it as it pertains to it's like I'm struggling to love myself because of something that I feel like I can't talk about. How do I word this better? I feel like I can't love myself because of something I'm struggling to talk about. I'm trying very hard to hide it. I feel like this is something that he's going to need to talk to like an outside party about because it feels like something he's intentionally like almost like I feel ashamed to feel this way because there's love in the home. So I feel like, why am I struggling to love myself? It feels like that's kind of the direction. I feel like he's going to need to talk to someone that's not family because it feels like he's like having this bit of shame about discussing the feelings because he feels like it's wrong to have the feelings and he's not understanding the feelings. Message from my sister and a song. Open Arms by Journey is the song. Message from my sister. Open Arms. It's like an offering of love to something, to someone in the family in order to restore the balance. I guess I'd say that she's reminding you how short and fleeting life can be and to kind of rebuild any connections that feel strained right now. There's some importance around that. Is there a specific reason why my guardian angel card was chosen today? Does he have a message for me? Is there a specific reason? Why your guardian angel card was chosen today. This is a change needed to get things moving forward as it pertains to finding your way back to yourself. So I feel like there's this message of I'm here watching you, so use that to hold yourself accountable, because it may feel like because of stress or strain, you're veering off of like you had a plan of how to handle something, and it feels like the stress is making it harder to stick to that plan. And this was a reminder to kind of like get back on the track that you had agreed with yourself upon. Any message from Sean? Any message from Sean? The lesson will complete once you're done with the level of understanding needed. It feels like there's this bit of like, you're worrying about why this is not passing. Why am I still dealing with this? But there's something else to learn, but it's unfolding in divine timing. So trust that right now it's not a punishment. It's a mastery of whatever emotion keeps coming to the surface. Did I just get a second chance with help from spirit? Did I just get a second chance? It's like you're getting a chance to redo something. There's something that it's like, okay, it's not time to move past this yet. There's a different way to address this. So let's see if we can. I almost want to word this as see how you may have been standing in your own way. This is extreme isolation and this is defeat. So it's like, how can I take a different way? How can I take a different level of responsibility in whatever this was? I'm getting a chance to redo that part is how it feels. Any messages from my mom? Any messages from my mom? Sleep on it. There's something coming up where you may feel rushed to make a decision, but you're being guided to sleep on it. The best understanding of your options will come from slowing down and sitting with it instead of feeling pressured to make a decision. Have I really lost interest in painting? Have you really lost interest in painting? I think you just needed a break from the way that you were doing things. So it's like needing to find enjoyment in it again. 8 of Cups is reversed, so I don't see you being done with it completely, but there's some feeling of defeat here, and there's a need to learn, how can I have fun with this again? I would say you may need a little bit of a break, or like, how do I word this? Like, I'm doing like, I take a break and then I come up with some kind of series. So like I'm working towards some kind of goal. Like maybe I do, for example, this doesn't have to be it, but like maybe I paint one of each of the chakras or something where it's like I'm working towards something. It feels like you feel like there's no purpose. So there's a need to take a break and then realign with the purpose. What is my current energy? What is my current energy? Trying to figure out how to rebuild after something threw the foundation out of balance. I feel like this pertains to your son. It feels like right now that's what's most prevalent in your energy is, what do I do to help him rebuild? Or how can I fix this? How can I fix this? That's what I would say. How can I fix this is your energy. What is going on with my health right now and my inflammation markers being high? What is going on with my health right now? Something not moving forward because it's not finding its way through. 8 of Wands in reverse, and it's causing a delay or a slowing down of something. I'm almost getting the image of like a clogged pipe or something. Like there should be flow here, but something's slowing down and not flowing as it needs to, and it's causing some kind of like Star in reverse. Like maybe confusion, maybe like hold like body strain, like my body's struggling to do things that it used to do more simply because of this lack of flow and slowness of what is still flowing, if that makes sense. Is M shot look like the right path for me and my health issues? Is that the right path for you? Is there something that it would be helpful to do first? This is like giving me the energy of, if I do this, if I jump into this now without first establishing, I don't know, maybe like nutritional balance, or maybe there's like a different something that it lays the foundation so that this works better. Not that it's not, but it's like this gives me the energy of like I'm putting out more energy than what I'm getting out of it, or maybe money. I'm putting out more money than what I'm getting out of it because of not laying a foundation first. So it feels like in combination with something else is how I would word that. Is there a message from her dad for M and a song? Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. Is there a message from her dad? Two of Pentacles in reverse. There's a need to figure out where the imbalance is before trying to just take action. There's like purposeful action needed, not just any action. So there's a need to kind of slow down before moving forward and reframe what's most important in terms of some kind of decision that needs to be made. Message and a token. It's a horse with number 45. Horse with number 45. There's something that needs rethinking. It's like I'm trying to move past this, or I'm trying to focus on something else, but there's something that I need from this past experience to bring with me. There's something that recently unfolded that there's more of a lesson to be taken with you from. So rethink. It's almost like you're viewing something as a punishment when it was meant to be a release type of thing. Let me go to this list. I've been manifesting through my third eye. Do you see me actually manifesting my wishes? That's a lot. Not that you can't get there, but there is this shadow wound of sorts. It's like you've been manifesting through your third eye. There's something coming to the surface so that you can release it, so you can like clear the fog off of the glasses of your third eye. It kind of feels a Page of Cups in reverse, Judgment in reverse, the moon, like you know what you want now. In what ways are you perhaps abandoning yourself, or in what ways are you avoiding certain shadows? Because it feels like that's the next step to making the manifestations like actualize. I'm moving from Colorado to North Carolina next week. Will the weather let us get there safely? Yes. Yes, there just may be some delay. Like if anything, this is like yes, but if anything, there may be like maybe you got to drive slower. Maybe there's like some kind of detour or something. It's like at most there'll be some kind of delay that's an inconvenience, but not an issue. My guides were using my Google Home last night. What was the message? I was asking my deck about my next relationship. What is the message? Reframing that, you were asking your deck about your next relationship. This is like your guides being like, hold on. what did we learn from past experience that we need to bring into what we're asking now? Like, there's questions that need to be reframed because you may be asking them from like the old version of you, whereas now there is this energy of like we've moved past that type of thing. So almost like your guides trying to alert you that there's a potential fear interfering with what's being read for the future, if that makes sense. Any messages for me today and a song? Oh, thank you. Any messages and a song? I have the different. Oh, let me put a different playlist on. You Again by Huey Mack. They say time is money, but money only buys you time. It feels like there's this energy of releasing something that's keeping your wheel from turning. You don't want to release it, but once it's released, you're able to take this leap forward right now. It feels like there's needing to make space for what you need by releasing something you thought you wanted in the last chapter. Stepbro is in ICU. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Gunshot to the head. I have my beliefs, but would like to know if it was intentional and if he will survive. What can we know about if this was intentional? We know about what this was intentional. If this was intentional, I can't let this go. I need him to go down. I don't plan this, though. I can't let this go. I need him to go down. I don't plan this, though. I don't plan this, though. Wise. Fake death, new life. Premeditate it in reverse. I didn't plan this, though. Okay, so it feels like this energy of something I can't let that, but it feels like it's coming from another person. I don't know if you're saying that he did this or someone else did this. That's where I'm not all the way sure exactly which way this is meant to be read. But this is like not really pre-planned, heat of the moment in some way. It's giving like him or me, and only one of us can win type of thing. And if it's not that, and it doesn't feel like it's him that did this, though. I believe so. Would like to know if it was intentional and if he will survive. I do feel like he will survive. We do have the fake death, new life card coming out here. Not that he's faking it, but like that there's a chance to rebuild here. I guess I'd say it feels like a bubble of pressure bursting all at once that caused this not thought through instance, is how I would word that. Any idea on what the issue could be with Henry or how I can help him? I'll do whatever needs to feel better, but this is breaking my heart for him. 5 of Wands came flying out. It's like needing to talk about what's going on that's causing this war in my mind, but I don't feel like I can talk to anyone that I know. What is going on with him? Something he's keeping private that he cannot feel like he can talk to family about. Is it possible that like he's getting picked on, or like it's like other people making me feel like there's a war in my mind. It's not family though. And I feel like I can't talk about it because I feel like I feel like the love from my family should be canceling out whatever this stress is, but it's not. And then I have guilt about that. I have guilt about not being able to figure out how to manage these feelings. Queen of Swords. It's like he feels like nobody would understand too. So it feels like incoming energy making me feel like I have a war in my mind, but then I feel guilt for this and I don't know how to talk about it. What would be like a talk therapy that doesn't present as a talk therapy for a child is what I'm getting. Like it's not like, oh, let's go talk about this. It's like you're with someone that is like we're talking while doing something and it's actually like therapy in disguise. Like he needs to feel like it's a therapy in disguise is what I'd say. I don't know what that translates to, but like talk therapy in disguise in some way. What is bothering my youngest daughter and our relationship? Is she causing trouble between my brother and I? What is bothering my youngest daughter and our relationship? I'm trying to avoid talking about something that I feel like you will blow out of proportion. So I'm avoiding talking because I feel like you'll see what it is that I'm trying not to talk about. And if I don't talk about it and you figure it out first, I feel like you'll blow it even more out of proportion. It feels like blow out of proportion as in you'll be worried about me, or maybe you'll try to come up with solutions when I feel like it's something I need to come up with the solutions for myself. Is she causing trouble between my brother and I? I'm trying to juggle avoiding a topic over here while not letting this side know that I'm avoiding the topic. I guess in an indirect way is kind of how I would word that. In an indirect way. Conquer by High Res is the song. New member, thank you. I'm going to go back to the other list after one more on this one. Don't let your ice cream melt while you're busy counting someone else's sprinkles. It feels like there's a need to know that you're right where you need to be to get to where you want to go, even if there's this energy of comparing where you are to where someone else is that started in the same place. It's like you're not meant to be in that place because your path is taking a turn that theirs is not, in a positive way. Has there been more than one time when I thought I was controlling the wind weather? There has been more than one time. Is that possible, especially when a tornado hits my ex's apartment? Not a literal tornado. The sun in reverse would be a no. I would say no. No, and then no tornado, Empress in reverse. It does feel like there's some symbolic nature to this, but it doesn't feel like it's something that you're causing. Chariot this way or that way. It's symbolic. It's like this happens and it's a confirmation of something that you already were heading towards, type of thing. So like little breadcrumbs from your higher self is how I would word that. Okay, message and token. Will my son have a meeting with P and SP? I would say yes, but it feels like there's going to be a little bit of tension involved here. Tension as it pertains to some kind of decision. Is Dan still holding out hope we will reunite? How does Dan feel about reuniting? It's kind of giving him feeling like I only make things worse for you. Like you're the person who could build this 10 of Pentacles, but I put you into this worry or into this lack of confident type of state. I feel like there's this energy from this person of like you deserve better, or like I don't want the guilt I feel for bringing you down. So I would say no, not really. Or at least they're trying not to. How can my daughter clear the energy that comes around her sometimes since she was little? Who is it? Clear the energy that comes around her sometimes. Three of Pentacles in reverse is like, nope, like not leaving you alone. Not, well, it's like a defensive energy. Like, I can't leave your side. I have to defend you. Temperance in reverse, but I'm reckless about it because I want you to know that I'm defending you. Kind of gives like aggressive, like maybe like a grandparent who's passed, or like someone who's very fiercely trying to look out for her in a way that maybe sometimes seems what's that word, abrasive, like a little pushy, but it doesn't feel negative. It just feels like I'm defending you and I'm not shy about you knowing that type of thing. Like I want you to know that I'm here to defend you. What is the honey's biggest challenge in her mental health issues? How is she dealing with the death of her mother? The biggest challenge in her mental health issues. Internal dialogue, throwing her off balance. It's like I have a good moment, and then the next thing you know, I'm back telling myself that I'm awful, or I'm telling myself that or making myself feel unworthy. I'm beating myself up for a lot of things that happened in the past. Biggest mental health challenges is being lost in thought, and the thoughts are destructive. It's like the biggest thing is like, how can this person get themselves out of their mind from running on autopilot? How do I turn off the autopilot that my mind is used to running on? How is she dealing with the death of her mother? Not well. I'm unfulfilled at the ending. This person is stuck on something they wish they could have said or expressed before the passing, and it feels like that is playing into this negative internal dialogue. Is there a message for me? Is there a message for me? The cards didn't shuffle and they all kind of fell out. It feels like there's this house of cards that you're witnessing falling apart. Yeah. You're starting to notice external shifts, and it's because there's something internally that's manifesting externally, and there's space being made for it. So trust that whatever's falling apart right now is part of some kind of manifestation that you've been trying to bring in. Will my student's project be successful? Will my student's project be successful? Will my student's project be successful? I feel like there's something missing that could give it that wow factor. So not that it won't be successful, but it's almost like without that wow factor, there's something that maybe afterwards looking at it, you're like, oh, or they're like, oh, could have done this or could have added this type of thing. So not that it's not going to be successful, but there's something that would help the foundation be stronger. Two of Pentacles in reverse is like something in the foundation that would help it be better understood by the audience type of thing. So not that it won't be successful, but there may be something additional to add to it that would help the foundation. Message from my dad pertaining to my mom. Message from your dad. 4 Pentacles in reverse. Pertaining to your mom. The Star. Before King of Pentacles. After Ace of Cups in reverse. There's a fear in place as it pertains to your mom, and this fear is something that wasn't really as prevalent when your dad was there. This is rocking the foundation. You are the one who could be the glue to the bricks that need to be put back in place. It's like the energy of trust yourself to know what is needed in the foundation as it pertains to your mom. And it feels like there's some fear you have. And it feels like he's confirming that fear. Like your fear is not silly. Your fear has some meaning to it, or like you're picking up on something that's actually there type of thing. Will the medication my 9-year-old grandson is being put on help his ADHD? Will he stop beating his mom and occasionally me? Will the medication help the ADHD? It like slows down. It almost feels like there may be some energy of like, I don't really like how much this like zones him out, or I don't like how, like, will it help? Yes, but it may also come with like, there may be an instance where you have to go to the doctors and say, should we adjust this? Is it meant to be slowing him down this much? Is it meant to feel like he's disassociating this much or disconnected this much? I would say be mindful of that and speak up if that's happening, because it feels like there may be something with the dosage that needs to be adjusted differently to ease him into it, because it may slow him down too much in some ways. So almost like will it help? Yes, but there may be some obstacles to getting the proper balance. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. Will we mend our relationship? What was that? Queen of Swords on the floor. Ow. Queen of Swords on the floor. Like I'm not jumping at the opportunity to talk about this. I'm kind of throwing it away. We're at odds with one another. Our backs are to each other. I feel like if you're saying something along the lines of, if I reach out tomorrow, will she be accepting? I don't think so. I don't think that yet. This is like, I'm still trying to get out of the conversation and turn my back to it. Do I feel like eventually there could be progress made? Yes. Do I feel like it's going to be tomorrow? I definitely do not feel like it's going to be tomorrow. Message for me. Message for me. There's a need to pour into yourself right now. You're in the process of breaking out of some kind of self-limiting belief, and it may feel like you're waiting for this explosion. But the more you pour into yourself, the more it makes that smaller. So there is going to be some kind of like melting away of whatever was associated with this self-limiting belief. But the more you pour into yourself right now, the easier it will be to address that as it comes up. Let me go to this list. What shadow wound do I need to be working on? What shadow wound do you need to... Abuse wound came out in reverse. Inner peace obstruction and attachment wounds. So it's not the actual mistreatment that needs to be looked into. It's how did the way that other people treat you make you feel about yourself, and how may your psyche still be attached to viewing yourself in that way. So like self-worth and self-concept as it pertains to past relationships and how they made you define yourself in your own mind. Your definition of yourself needs a redo based off of people that you were attached to in the past. It's like, now that they're not there, how can I redefine the way I see myself? Message from my mom. I feel like, didn't she use this song for you before? The Fighter by Gym Class Heroes. I feel like she, or maybe it was your dad. I feel like this song's been used from someone to you before. Anyway, The Fighter. It feels like something is not going to work in the way that you want it to, and that's okay. It's like, I try this, it doesn't work, and then I take action this way, and that works. But I wouldn't have tried this if that would have worked. So trust the path that's veering off right now is for your benefit. New member, thank you. Or member coming back, thank you. Oh, that's funny. I just said that. I just said member coming back, and the card is people will come back into your life after they get disappointed by people they thought were better than you. Make people earn access to you. Don't automatically just accept you pouring your energy back into cups that dumped it out previously. It's okay to make people earn access to you. Will I have success selling my Jeep within the next few months, or will it end up affecting my credit? Will you sell it? Will you sell it in the next few months? I feel like it's going to take a little longer than you'd like. I do see you selling it. The Magician is manifestation, but the Seven of Pentacles is like a manifestation that comes slowly. So you're saying next few months. Few to me is like 3, 4, 5. This to me feels more like 6, 7, 8. And it may require communication that you're not having right now. So maybe trying like a like We Buy Any Car, like something like that, like trying to put feelers out in different directions than you've already tried. Will it end up affecting your credit? I feel like it will. I feel like it will. 3 and 7 of Swords is like something painful that's sabotaging you. I feel like there's going to be some kind of hit to your credit from it, yes. Which could be avoided by thinking outside of the box and finding a different path. But I feel like as it stands right now, there will be some effect. New member, thank you. It's not logical to spend time explaining yourself to people who have proven they lack the depth needed to actually understand you. It's time to move forward. Sometimes closure is simply found in detaching from knowing that it's not you coming across in a way that's hard to understand. Sometimes it's someone else's inability or lack of desire to try and understand. So there's a need to detach from an outcome that you weren't able to get the other person's understanding to be connected to yours. 2 more and then back to the other list. Any messages from spirit guides or loved ones and a song? Trophies by Young Money is the song, and we have Temperance. It feels like you've been asking a loved one for a sign, or for like, when am I going to start to feel more at ease? When am I going to start to move forward? When am I going to detach from this bungee cord that's holding me back? And it feels like that is coming. This is like the confirmation that that is coming. Trophies. It feels like you're in the process of forgiving yourself for something that's ushering in a manifestation that is equivalent to being cut free from a bungee cord so you can kind of move forward more quickly. General guidance for me at this time and a song. Thank you. Stand by Rascal Flatts is the song. And it's 11:10 right now. So a minute before 11:11, right before things come into alignment. There's a need to trust the divine timing right now. Don't worry about moving forward. You're going to get the green light soon at the intersection that feels like you've been stuck at like a yellow light for what feels like ever. Like you slowed down at the yellow light thinking it was about to turn red, and now it's like the yellow light's just broken and it's not turning green again. You're about to realize why there was this waiting period, why there was this King of Pentacles in reverse. It's like the waiting period was to address a fear of being perceived or resistance to being perceived. And you're about to get the green light because you're ready to address that. Let me go back to this list. How will my stepbro's accident, potential death impact family dynamics? His mom is the narcissist who has caused issues in the family. How will it impact family dynamics? Almost like some people coming to the table, hypothetically or literal, and being like, look, we need to talk about this in a mature way. We need to address these deeper issues. And then the other side of the table being like, nope, and getting up and like running out and avoiding. It feels like it's going to make people go on separate paths. It's like, where there maybe was open doors before, it's like they're locked now because one side knowingly wants to address something and one side very knowingly wants to avoid it. Message from my guides. Message from my guides. The key to moving forward is becoming a student of something that you feel like you don't. It's like I'm past the student or the beginner level in this, but if I go back to that mindset of learning all I can from a beginner's perspective, I find out how to move forward. So it feels like there is identify where the stagnancy is. And in what way can you be a beginner at what is involved in that topic? So like, let's say it's a mindset shift or career. It's like, let me learn everything I can about, kind of feels like a lifestyle change of sorts that has bigger implications. So how can I learn all I can about what I perceive to be holding me back? Because the answer is in there. Spirit message from my dad or Pa with a song. Imagine If by Gnash, Gnash. Imagine if I could turn back time. There's like this Knight of Wands is a message. The star would be you, as above, so below. Hierophant in reverse is like what was above coming below. There's this message that's trying to be given to you to confirm something that wasn't said before one of their passing. Almost like you know this now, but it wasn't discussed then, but I'm trying to confirm it for you now, seems to be the message, as a means to like make up for lost time or help explain something about that time period? Will the truth about the Idaho 4 murders come out? Will the truth come out? The message that they want us to hear. It feels like there's someone, a group behind the scenes that's causing things to not change. It's like there's certain changes that are needed that are right now being held back. I would say it's the truth that they want us to believe that's being put out. Will I manage to reconnect with my spiritual gifts? Is this a path I should be following? To be able to reconnect. The high priestess is yes to both of them. It feels like the disconnect came when you started to face something. This is independence, and this is like I don't want to look at that within myself. So it feels like there was some fear that came to the surface, and you've since been healing or addressing that fear, which is why this is coming back to the surface. So yes and yes. The other night, Henry said his brain tells him to do things and he can't control himself. My sister thinks he has ADHD. Can you pick up on any mental and learning issues with him? Clarity. Ember. A clarity on his active, like an overactive type. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is this is a mapping of the constellations. The constellations are in the sky, but on this map, they're on the floor and drawn in. It's almost like I have an overactive mind and I'm constantly seeking to understand, but I'm having a lack of understanding my feelings, and it's causing this like hyper-aggression between myself and my own brain. I would, this to me could look like ADHD or something similar. This is like I'm focusing on everything at once and also trying to avoid everything at once. It's almost like I'm stuck on this hamster of emotions, but I don't understand any of the emotions, and I'm trying to like play with the emotions to try and understand them, if that makes sense. I have a custody battle coming up. Will I get to see my son? Will you get to see your son? I feel like it's going to require a little bit of pushiness, not pushiness, like I bring up this rule book that shows how I should have these rights right now, and it kind of pushes things forward. It feels like it's going to require additional action on your part as it stands right now. But it is something that could come to fruition. Does my friend DC want to stay in touch? Does my friend DC want to stay in touch? It's like, yes, but I don't really have the effort or time to pour that much into it, but I want it to be there when I'm ready to pour time back into it, type of thing. So like, I don't want it to go away, but right now I need to focus on something else is kind of the energy. Kevin keeps getting dizzy head. Should he be worried? Should he be worried? Painful ending coming on quick that's stirring things up. I feel like there's something that needs to be brought back into balance, whether that's hydration, nutrition. It's like if this is left unaddressed and whatever the underlying cause is not addressed, it could quickly cause issues, or it could be something that if I get this in flow or under control, then it clears up quickly. So there's need to figure out what's causing it and bring solution to that. It kind of feels like it could be something simple like hydration, nutrition, something along those lines, or it could be something a little bit more than that, depending on if that's already in alignment or not. Will my employer lay off people soon with the transition? Will you lose your job, or am I in the clear? Will your employer lay off people soon with the transition? Ace of Pentacles in reverse is taking back of some kind of position or offer. So I feel like yes. Are you going to lose your job? False start as it pertains to job. I don't feel like you're going to lose your job, but there may be like a cutting back of hours or like redistributing of responsibilities or something. There's something shifting, but I don't see you completely losing your job. Whereas other people, I do see them completely losing their job. Or at least if it's heading in that direction for you, there's a step first. So like if something else shifts, maybe hours get pulled back, start looking for something else because that's a sign of that eventually coming. Let me go to this list. Does Henry's feelings seem school related? If so, is it coming from the teachers or kids? Okay, so he is in school. So that makes sense then. Is it coming from school? It's giving a rattling of my innocence. So like I am feeling in a freeze state when I'm in my body in school. Is it coming from the teachers or kids? Teachers? No, kids. Kids, community, kids, others like me, my kid, other kids. When I'm around the other kids in school, for some reason, I feel like I'm in a freeze state, or I feel like I'm wanting to hide or wanting to get away from them, is how I would word that. Not the teachers, the students or the kids. Now that I have a routine with posting weekly podcasts, what is the best, easiest to manage the approach to get content out and traction? What is the easiest approach? Public collaborations. What is the best, easiest way to manage approach to get content out and traction? Bringing people to you. You're the hermit, above and below, the star. Finding your way to the community. Manage approach to get content out and traction. Traction, could you build an additional community, almost like maybe like a free resource type thing? Like I post a video about this and then I have this free PDF that goes with it. It's like that's how you help the retention that then builds the community. Best approach to get content out. Is there someone that you watch that you could kind of follow their schedule? And or there could be some kind of collaboration element involved in that. Almost like when I see this person post, it means that my post should be coming very soon after type of thing. It's like schedule it around someone that you look to for inspiration right now. Almost like that helps you kind of hold yourself accountable in a way when it comes to maybe some resistance to posting. Food poisoning past 3 days or being forced to be at home. What's going on? I had that New Year's Eve. It was not fun. Not fun at all. Food poisoning past 3 days or being forced to be at home. What's going on? Being forced to slow down, to shift perspective. No, I feel like you're right in food poisoning, but it also has food poisoning, and the timing of it being allowed to come through at this time has something to do with you needing to slow down so you have time to shift perspective. So it's like food poisoning, but you're meant to be using the time wisely to unpack something that you need clarity on. What is that? What topic is that? Knight of Swords in reverse. Some kind of conversation or lack thereof. Message and a song from Chris. I don't think this is the song. Fight Song by Rachel Platten. And Stand Back Up by Sugarland. Fight Song and Stand Back Up. Some kind of blockage is actually meant to restore balance, or some kind of delay or some kind of false start. It's like, trust the unfolding of this, because there's something that you're learning that's a key to moving forward in a more balanced way. I feel like it's the distribution of energy coming in versus energy coming out. You're learning how not to over pour at your own expense. So trust the timing of things right now. What happened to my father? How did he pass? What happened to my father? How did he pass? Giants by Dermont Kennedy. Something big coming on quickly. How did he pass? It's giving something big that I was aware of, that I thought I had more time to deal with. I thought it was more out there that this was going to cause me a problem, and it turned out that it happened a lot closer. Something I did not talk about because I was trying to avoid taking action on it. It's like something I didn't want to something I didn't feel ready to accept health-wise. Knight of Pentacles. Something I didn't want to accept health-wise, that I thought I had more time. I thought it was more out there, came in quickly. A lock in reverse. Trunk a suitcase in reverse. Things being dumped out. Fairness, peace in reverse. Father. It kind of gives like gives me the energy of like secret illness, like something that I didn't realize the extent of it or how bad it was. Excuse me. My throat, something I didn't talk about, something I couldn't get myself to talk about. I thought I had more time, and it snuck up to me more quickly all at once, is how I would word that. I have one card from your dad. If I'm going in the right direction there, Hierophant. The moon, Hierophant and the moon. Something I wish I would have talked about so that you could understand, but I wasn't able to talk about at the time, is kind of how that, or like not able to talk about, excuse me, the progression of something. But it's like, I thought I had more time to address this, is the feeling I get with that. Is a loved one sending signs in numbers and clouds? Is a loved one sending signs, numbers and clouds? Six of Pentacles in reverse, a one-way street. Four of Cups in reverse. So Four of Cups upright is apathy. So it's like, I'm trying to give you breadcrumbs to inspire some kind of movement. Five of Pentacles in reverse to bring you to bring you forward, like to bring you out of the cold. I'm trying to show you I'm here to light to bring warmth to your emotions in some way. So yes. I feel like my guides are really encouraging me to do something that will align with my soul purpose, but I'm not really sure what it is. Truth. It wasn't time for this before, but now that you've aligned with the truth of what you're capable of, it's time to bring fulfillment to something that lacked fulfillment the first time you tried it, or the first time you engaged with the energy of that path. So it's like, I try something before that feels like it's aligned with my life path. It doesn't feel like I thought it was going to, or it doesn't produce the results that I thought it was going to, because I needed additional lessons. And now it's time to revisit that. So it's something you already kind of dipped your toes in the water in. Will I be financially stable this year? Will I be financially stable this year? So you're finding out how to change your strategy as it pertains to finances. So maybe that's being more mindful with money. Maybe that's finding a way to alleviate some kind of debt. It doesn't feel like you're going to be what you view as where you want to be financially stable, but it feels like you're changing strategy to overcome something that's keeping you from that. And that could even be like state of mind, like abundance is a state of mind type energy. So like you're making changes, but you're not going to be where you want to be yet, is how I would word that. 2 more here and then back to the other list. Message from A. Message from A. There's a self-limiting belief that's being addressed in the pause. It's like you needed to be alone or still with your thoughts because there was some kind of hidden imbalance that's stemming from a self-limiting belief. So almost like I think that this is out of my control, and in my stillness I realize what change I can make that doesn't allow me to control it but allows me to control the way that I'm facing some kind of obstacle. So trust the pause. Trust the pause. It's 2 hearts. Like the mirror of 2 hearts. As above, so below. As above, so below. Trust the pause. Would A have had some kind of similar pause in their life that then led to some kind of revelation? It's like the same is happening for you. Where do I and my relationship with Dad and Jima fall in how family dynamics will play out? I see a clear correlation between the accident and family issues. How do I and my relationship with Dad Grandma fall in how family dynamics will play out? There's the family dynamics. There's fear. There's tension. Where do I fall in the family dynamics will play out? It's like you're the one that wants to address some kind of fear in order to move things forward, and others aren't ready to do that, and it creates some kind of tension. Where do I fall in how that family dynamics will play out? 2 of Cups in reverse. 8 of Cups. I'm dissatisfied with the breaking of a connection. It feels, I'll word it like this. It feels like you are the one that's able to handle this in the mature and grounded way that other individuals are not ready to engage with. It feels like there's going to be a lot of avoidance of I guess you maybe like your emotional intelligence of how to handle this is going to be what makes people kind of pull away from you because they're not ready to accept their role or like part in something, if that makes sense. So like where do I fall in family dynamics? Feels like you're going to be feeling like people are avoiding you. After this one, I'm going back to the other list. Will I get the HR position? Will you get the HR position? Will you get the HR position? Clarity, but it's a ways up springing to action. I almost feel like it may take a little longer than you'd like to get the word, but I do feel like you are going to get it. But it's almost like there's something. It's like we offer you the position, but we're letting you know that this one part of it is going to change. Almost like, for example, we're interviewing for one position, but we end up hiring two people and then re-divvying up something in the context of like responsibility or something. I do feel like you're going to get it, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit longer of a wait than you are anticipating. All right, go back to this list. Where did that just go? I know this wasn't a cap question, but is in a toxic relationship. The cop said he was playing with his gun or cleaning it out or something. Bullet went up through the left side of the underside of his jaw. Okay. Oh, that's why I was saying I don't know if I can't tell if it's like him or something else. Him or someone else. 2 cards. The cop said he was playing with his gun or cleaning it out or something. So cups. A past worry. A past worry. 3 cards from him. Knight of Cups, an offer. King of Pentacles in reverse. There's that same card. An offer to take me down to figure out paths going forward. No, I think you're right in having a weird feeling about this. It's kind of giving at the very least I was purposely pushed towards something. This doesn't feel like I sit down and do this on purpose. It really doesn't. It doesn't feel like that at all to me. Am I on the right track in my life? Am I on the right track in my life? It feels like you're right where you need to be to get to where you want to go, but the path is going to kind of give you this opportunity to pick one of like a fork in the road. And it's like you're meant to, that is some sort of test where you're meant to pick the path that realigns the past versions of you with where you want to go. So you're where you need to be to make some kind of decision that's upcoming. Message and a song. Want To by Sugarland is the song. We could leave here just the same, but I don't want to if you don't want to. A missing conversation that I'm not going forward with. it's almost like you're being guided to have some kind of uncomfortable conversation that's actually going to help you find the way back to yourself, regardless of the other person's response. I would say there's a need to approach it with caution, though. Look at it like I'm having this conversation so that I can detach. Should I work in assisted living or home health care? Assisted living, home health care, home health care. It feels like assisted living will be slower to get you to where you want to be, whether that's finances or like balance or like maybe feeling like you're in the groove of it type of thing. It's going to take a little longer to get up and running, but then you'll find your balance. It feels like home health care. Do they not pay as well or something? It's like there's some kind of sacrifice either of your time, your energy, or your money as it pertains to home health care. I feel like the better option is assisted living, even if it takes a little longer either to get the job or to get the balance of it. Do my in-laws purposely give us the rent money late, or do they honestly struggle financially? Do they purposely? Why are they giving it to you late? Trying to move forward. Miss the target. Taking action. I feel like it's giving me the energy of like I'm right on the verge. I'm right on the line. So like I want to make sure I have everything else taken care of before I give you this money. Is this money making it so I can't take care of other things? No, because I'm waiting to give it to you until other things are taken care of. And I know you're not going to say anything about it, so I just keep doing it this way type of thing. Or I know you're going to maybe not be fine with it, but there's nothing you can do type of thing. I would say it's like I'm right on the verge. I want to make sure everything else is taken care of before this, and I know that you'll be okay with that type of thing. Or not okay with, but like, what are you going to do about it type of thing. Um I don't know where the other question went, but you said about the therapy I was talking about. I just had Gavin got this like horseback riding package for Christmas, and for some reason I saw your other comment and then I lost it, and it was coming up in my brain like, could there be something where like you send him for an activity, but the activity is with someone who knows how to help children talk about things that they're avoiding talking about, that kind of thing. So horseback riding would be like a reference or like an example. Let me go to this list. How am I doing so far on my spiritual journey? How am I doing so far on my spiritual journey? You're achieving emotional mastery over some kind of low vibrational energy that was before throwing you out of balance as it pertains to your root chakra. So self-worth, self-concept, maybe it's a money wound. Your progress is being made in that category. You're emotionally mastering something that was keeping you out of balance in terms of like grounded type energy. So I would say that you're doing good. And it's interesting that the comments coming up in green. So it's like you're healing your heart by regrounding your root chakra. Spirit message from my nan who passed last January. Bring on the Rain by Joe D. Messina and Tim McGraw. Bring on the rain. Bring on the rain. There's like a need for you to have a good cry or something. Like there's this energy of like, I'm right there with you. Trust yourself to feel the feelings, because once you feel them, you can release it. I feel like what she's saying is there's a need for you to forgive yourself for something. I don't think that this has anything to do with her, but it's like, I see what you're carrying and I need to help you put it down. Would there be a way that you could like write a letter to the past version of yourself that you want to release, and trust that she's there to kind of help you through that? It's like this, I want more for you emotionally type energy. Lush life. Thank you. Let's pull one of these. Your soul knows when it's time to close a chapter. Pain comes from ignoring its guidance. You have the wisdom and discernment to know how to handle what you're dealing with now. It's just, will you accept that you're ready to face the feelings that come with those decisions? 2 more and then back to the other list. Message from Dolores. Did she commit suicide? What can we know about Dolores's passing? We know about Dolores's passing. I'm freeing myself from being trapped with this toxic energy that's playing out in a hamster wheel in my brain. I can't escape the dark thoughts is what this is giving. I can't escape the dark thoughts, so I need to take action to escape them. I have a confirmation. I just can't get life to feel like I thought it could feel. And it's causing this overwhelming existential dread is kind of the energy that I get from that. Yeah, it's kind of like the dark thoughts one. I wouldn't view that as unlikely. This does give a feeling of like heavy despair. How are my chakras? What can we know about your chakras right now? 6 of Wands. You brought something into major alignment. What's my chakras? Yeah, you brought something into major alignment. It's almost like what you need to know is that like your chakras, think of it as like a straight line, but one of them was out of line and you pushed it back in. Heart chakra. How are your chakras? Right now, focus on integrating the healing from your heart chakra. It's like that is what helps. It's interesting. I just looked up. I have like a chakra thing hanging over there, and I looked over and I saw the throat chakra one, and then Page of Swords would be throat chakra. So it's like the last steps here are continuing to integrate the healing from your heart chakra, which like unlocks the energy in your throat chakra. So as you start to utilize your throat chakra more, you'll know it's because you've completed whatever lesson was taking place in the heart chakra. Okay, back to the other list. Where was I? In-laws, I did that one. Is my son's dog okay health-wise? She was very sick for 5 days, but now better. Was it just a virus? What's going on with the health? It feels like if I'm the dog, my immune system kicks in because it's fighting something that we're not seeing. So whatever, like, you know how like when your body's fighting a virus, it'll get a fever. This is like my body's doing something to fight something. So there is something going on that's not being seen, but it feels like this surfacing of that is passing. So I feel like it's more than just a virus. I would say to look into getting maybe like blood work or something. It feels like there is something going on. And this is like the body being like, I need to produce the fever to try and get rid of the whatever it is type of thing. But it feels like it's something that doesn't feel like it feels like the virusy part has passed, but not the underlying cause of it, if that makes sense. What is going on with my cat, Gus? And then your next comment said, I fear she is giving up on life. What is going on with Gus? What is going on with Gus? I feel like there is something. It's like I can't figure out. Cat there, cat there, cat there. It's like it kind of does give the energy of like I'm checked out. Like I'm checked out. I'm there's some kind of fear or some kind of overwhelm here, and it's causing me to check out. Because something feels out of balance. Like I don't know how to restore my energy is kind of the vibe that I'm feeling. What is going on with R that led him to reach out only to ignore me? Should I expect him back into my life this year? Why did he reach out? I want to see if I still have access to you. And then once I see I still have the access, I jump back on the other path. It's like, should I expect him back in my life this year? I don't feel like that's what's best for you. This interaction kind of gives me the energy of like keeping you on the back burner or saving you for later. And I want to see if I still have access type of thing. Will the inauguration be postponed due to threats, safety issues, and or severe weather on January 20th? Will it be postponed? Disconnect. King of Pentacles in reverse. I don't think that the actual inauguration will be postponed, but it's like I do feel like there is heightened security threats where something changes about a speech or a public appearance or like there's something we can't whoever the security is, there's something we struggle to protect him against, and that causes some kind of change or disconnection. So I feel like something with a speech is going to be off, but I feel like inauguration will happen. Am I as connected as I think? Am I as connected as I think? You always were. You just disconnected purposely for some time to heal something that was very painful. So are you as connected as you think? You're reconnecting to the connection that was always there. And it's almost like that's meant to show you how the connection was always there. Because sometimes when we disconnect, when we're reconnecting, we realize the strength or like how that connection works. So it's like from your higher self's perspective, you disconnect it so that you could go in the process of reconnecting as to remember the connection. So yes. What lies ahead for me at work in 2025? What lies ahead for you in work? You're going forward to some kind of stopping so that you can avoid a tower. What lies ahead for you for work? What is this about? Ten of Cups in reverse. It feels like you're going to have to make some kind of sacrifice in order to avoid some kind of imbalance or something going wrong. Almost like something you've been working towards has to slow down or come to a halt, but it ends up working out in your favor. Eventually, it just delays or prolongs something. Message from my spirit guides and a song. The Mighty Have Fallen by Blindside. The Mighty Have Fallen. It feels like there's some kind of outcoming energy that was affecting your finances. And it feels like whatever that is being alleviated. The blockage can only work as long as your mindset is in alignment with it and you're fixing the mindset attached to some kind of lack. I would word this as some kind of financial relief coming because of you fixing the mindset internally that's alleviating the external blockage. Why did Todd disappear? Why did Todd disappear? Why did Todd disappear? I need to hide because of a message. Hiding from a conversation. I'm hiding because of a message, or I'm hiding from a conversation in which I don't want to feel like the target or the center of attention. It's kind of giving either I said something that I want to hide from, or I'm trying to avoid talking about something that's going to stem from something that I already said. I have free PDFs for each podcast available. Perfect. Should I push that out more on social media? Yes, but find a way to like connect that to someone else. Like I send this out on social media and somehow one viewer becomes two because of this, somehow, some way. Maybe like this is free. I don't know how to do this, but like if you download this from 2 different emails, it's free, or like you have to send this to a friend to get it for free. I don't know how that would work, but like something like that. Why is it that my stepson and I do not get along? I don't know how. I don't want to feel like I constantly need to explain myself, or I feel like I owe an explanation because I feel like you can see me and it makes me feel like I need to explain something that I don't know how to explain or don't want to explain. It gives I avoid you because I avoid something within myself coming from his energy. I messed up the list somehow. Hold on. Message about my work and a song. Message about my work and a song. There's a need to kind of get back to the drawing board and be patient or slower moving on some kind of action that's needed. The Show Goes On by Lupe Fiasco. So it's not time to give up on some kind of project. It's just, or maybe like it's not project, maybe it's like a new endeavor, maybe it's like a new mindset shift. It's like it is right. Whatever you've embarked on or engaged with recently is right, but it's going to require more patience than you may be assigning to it. It's like a slower moving unfolding. Rich messages from my mom. Messages from my mom. Messages from my mom. There's a confirmation that she wants to give you through a song. Almost like you're looking maybe to me for a specific confirmation, and she's like, I have a better way to give you this confirmation. Seventh song in a playlist that would be associated with like her energy. It's like whatever this is, it's like a thumbs up to moving forward. Did I get the church administrator job today? Did I get the church administrator job today? I feel like it may be something that isn't going forward right now, but this gives me the vibes of like I'm not the first choice, but if the second choice doesn't work out and I follow up, then there's the potential for me to get it then. I feel like something's blocking it right now. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna close super chats as well. 1 second. Why is it not letting me do that? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, let me go to this list. Is R talking or wanting other women? Is R talking to or wanting other women? Are talking to or wanting other women? I feel like there's this energy of like I put out some kind of feelers and I'm realizing that I don't know what I want. I'm trying to figure out myself type of thing. I feel like there is this energy here of like somebody wouldn't be happy if they found out about certain conversations, but I don't think it's crossed a line into like worst case scenario. It's almost like I'm trying to give myself some kind of excitement is kind of how that feels. Clarifier, A passed of Cancer, so I'm confused about the pause revelation. So what did I say? There is something that you need to be doing in the pause, similar to what that person would have experienced. So what does that mean for you? Patience, an offer of love, judgment. It's kind of giving like trying to bring your attention to the fleetingness of life and trying to get you to slow down to offer some kind of different solution here. So what would this mean for you in terms of the pause? It's like, is there something that A would have talked to you about, like passive cancer? So like when I'm bedridden or towards the end of my life, is there something that this person would have brought up in conversation? And it's like, you're meant to be framing this perspective for you right now as it pertains to like making changes or doing things sooner rather than later because of the fleetingness of life is how I would word that. Let me get a song. Rainbow by Casey Musgraves. There's always been a rainbow. There's always been a solution. There's always been pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's like some kind of solution that's meant to be brought to you through the pause of framing things from the perspective of that conversation you had with A. Will I be avoided for a long time? Will they ever be ready? Should I keep to myself until they're ready to reach out, ask, and want insight? Will I be avoided for a long time? Until they heal. I mean, not heal completely, but like, I'm not ready to look at that shadow. And until I am, I'm going to also avoid you. So I feel like it's going to be some time. Yes. Will they ever be ready? I mean, they'll never really feel ready. The world's in reverse, but the Hierophant's in reverse too. So I do feel like it's interesting you said until they reach out and ask and want insight. I feel like that's what's going to bring people into conversation. It's like a perspective needed that only you can give, or maybe a question that only you can answer. It feels like that's what sparks conversation. And it feels like when that happens, the more you just like hold the space for them and let them step into it, the more willing they'll be to continue to take steps as opposed to running. My dad died in June 18. He was rushed to ER when he passed. I took care of him over the years, but that day I was at UC with my hubby. I feel guilty for not being there with him. Any messages for him? Not the dad card coming out first. Not the dad card looking at the child card. Offering you Page of Cups in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. King, Page, King, Six of Cups. Okay, so what he is offering you in terms of a message is that he knows, he sees you, he sees how much effort you put in leading up to this in the past. One day does not define everything. This is like, it was never about me forgiving you. It was always about you forgiving yourself for this. And there's nothing that you need to forgive yourself for. This is like I don't expect to be every moment of your life. I know that you were doing something. Offer yourself the forgiveness here. There's nothing to be forgive. There's nothing to be like, the message from him is like, it's a non-factor. You've done so much else leading up to that. Like, don't put that so heavy on your mind. Well, it's a little teddy bear. Goes back to like the Six of Cups, Page of Cups, that you are my child energy. Nothing. He knows. He knows how much he meant to you. He knows how much you cared for him. He knows that day, you know, it wasn't something that went wrong. It was just the way that things were meant to be. Work is challenging. Will I be successful in my current role despite Karen? Will I be successful? There's a need to disconnect here. Disconnect to get clarity. So maybe pull your energy back away from where this person is affecting it. Five of Cups in reverse is like a healing of something. So is there a solution? Yes. What is it going to require? Detachment and clarity. So there is a way to be successful, but it requires detachment and clarity. Is my 2-year-old grandson drooling due to being tongue-tied? Is the drool due to being tongue-tied? To drool due to being tongue-tied. Child, something that they can overcome. Resistance to change. Death in reverse. Something not ending so something else can begin. Being tongue-tied. Drooling. Does he close his mouth all the way? Like, I don't... Tongue-tied. Give me a card for tongue-tied. I mean, I guess it could be partially that, but it feels more like another factor that he will outgrow. What do I need to know for the weekend? What do I need to know for the weekend? It feels like you're getting a break from the tension, but peace almost may feel uncomfortable. I feel like there's a need this weekend to have a period of comfortable solitude, or maybe uncomfortable solitude. But it's like needing to start to change. How do I word this? It's like needing to start to get more comfortable with uncomfortable solitude, because you need to experience that to start to manifest that in other areas of your life. So spend some time this weekend doing something that would be, it's like you need to keep your own attention. You need to keep your own attention away from where your thoughts typically veer to. Asking on behalf of my mom, who's sitting next to me, did Gina put witchcraft on me, meaning my mom, and if so, why? Okay, so from your mom, did Gina put witchcraft on me? Okay, so what do we need to know about Gina and potential witchcraft? Magician. 9 of Wands in reverse. The Empress in reverse. Magic to get through barriers. It's giving I'm testing you to study you. I'm testing you to study you. 7 of Swords. Page. I'm sabotaging you to learn something. I'm sabotaging you to learn something. What? King of Cups. Disconnecting you from your emotions. Did Gina put witchcraft on your mom? I'm sabotaging you to learn something as it pertains to disconnecting you from your emotions. Would there be something that Gina would not want your mom to find out? Like, I need you to not open this door and find out this information. So I'm trying to disconnect you from the emotions that would lead you to that door. Why? Oh. Temperance. Because you'll learn something about yourself that will help to restore balance. Why? Would there be some kind of family type secret that Gina would not want your mother to know? Or, I mean, I guess this could be some secret about Gina, but it feels like some long held secret that Gina does not want your mother to know. So I'm trying to get you to disconnect from your emotions so that you don't open the door and find out what's behind the door or confirm what's behind the door. Almost like I'm throwing rocks and hiding my hands as to confuse you about yourself. I would that reads to me like a big yes. The Star and Queen of Swords. There's something she doesn't want your mom to be able to talk about or speak on. Oh, thank you. Let me pull one of these for you. If you rearrange the letters in depression, you get I pressed on. Your current situation is not your final destination. I pressed on. feel like that's a confirmation of there being something weird about what we talked about already, too. Like I didn't make that decision type of thing. New member, thank you. Don't let your ice cream melt while you're busy counting someone else's sprinkles. And that was in reverse. They can't take nothing from you but notes. Let them watch and learn. There's some like kudos to you for increasing your confidence and like not allowing other people's projections to pull you out of forward progress. Like you're like standing 10 toes down in your own lane type energy. I'm going to do 2 more and then back to the other list. Message from my spirit team and a song. Broken and Beautiful by Kelly Clarkson. And it's, okay, so the time is 12:16 and it's the 16th. Is there something significant about the 16th? Something about the 16th. A message from your husband. Change your strategy quickly. Would there be something from like 2016-ish that's meant to be like, we did this then, try it now, and it will help to move things along more quickly? As it pertains to healing or fixing some kind of situation. Almost like look back at your notes from 2016 and apply that to something that's going on right now, seems to be the message. Message about my future and a song. Rise Up by Andra Day is the song. Message about your future. It's like something makes you feel like it's out of alignment and that you've lost your way. And on that path of losing your way, you find that like holy grail. You find like, oh, this is what I'm really good at. Oh, this is what I really want to do. So trust that redirections are directing you to your highest path. Feels like there's like a pivoting of your path that feels scary but is necessary. New member, thank you. One of these. Oh, that just like flew out of the deck. Know your worth. Don't ask for it. State it. Do not spend time trying to convince people who are set on misunderstanding you to understand you. Trust your own understanding of yourself. All right. Where am I on this list? Will I move forward and get unstuck in my life in 2025? Will you move forward and get unstuck? I feel like 2025 is, you're still working out the kinks here in 2025. 6 of Swords is reversed, so that's not really moving to where you want to be yet. You're not in those calmer waters yet. Why? There's something coming up that you're going to need to restore the balance of. I feel like you're going to be tested this year, but it's like you're showing yourself exactly what you're made of. Should I reconnect with Fatima or keep her out of my life? What should you do as it pertains to Fatima? No, I feel like you need to stand 10 toes down on your decision to keep her out of your life. This is like you've already seen where this is going to go. Do you feel like dealing with that again? Because the light is shining on not doing that. I would say you're being guided to, at this time, kind of keep your distance. Was the song Raise Up by Petey Pablo from Shep? Was that from Shep? Yes, but you need to apply the message on a bigger scale. It's like you're like, does it mean this, or could it possibly mean this? But that seems a little big. It's that. It's like, yes, understand the message on a bigger scale though. Message from my spirit team. Message from my spirit team. It feels like there's something here that it's like something is moving more slowly than you'd like, and there's a need to get back to the drawing board about something that felt like a final decision. So like, I'm not trying to look into this to make a different decision, but if I do go back to this that I've already decided on and choose differently, forward progress can happen more quickly. So where you feel like you're not where you want to be yet, there's something in the planning stage that if you shift it, it frees you to move forward. I have the Fool in reverse on the bottom of the deck too. Why can I not get out of this funk? Why can I not get out of this funk? You feel like you're not where you want to be yet, and there's a lot of like overwhelm of like, okay, I'm not where I want to be yet, but how do I get there? I have to do 800 things to get from here to there, and I feel like it's too much. I feel like getting out of the funk goes back to breaking down what you're trying to accomplish, and simple steps that are easy to accomplish, like quite literally like baby steps, like she's pregnant, like baby steps. Baby steps are going to help to get you back in this feeling of accomplishment that's going to help to slowly get you out of the funk. Oh, you bought the island house in 2016. Okay, so is that what's being referenced about 2016? Something, a struggle you overcame at that time that was a battle or tension that you didn't see coming. Around that topic, there was an obstacle that came up out of nowhere that you were able to overcome. That applies to something right now. That same, like, telling me I need to find my peace again. That could be it. If that house was your peace, it's like giving yourself that getaway type energy. Did Step Bro's mom or girlfriend indirectly or directly influence the accident? Drama to free my mind. Drama to free my mind because something's not going my way. Drama to free my mind because something's not going my way. I would say that there is something. Queen of Wands reverse coming out first is like there's some kind of dramatic. I don't want to worry about this. I put something, if I'm one of those individuals, mom or girlfriend, I put something on you that's overwhelming, and then next thing you know, this is what happens. Why did my daughter have to go through this traumatic current situation? What is the bigger purpose? It's kind of giving me like Harry Potter vibes, like sending her off to a situation where she feels on her own or feels like, okay, I'm the only one who can get myself truly out of this or solve this or fix this, but I need to learn about my own skills and magic to do that. It kind of feels like sometimes we can only align with certain parts of our higher selves through trauma because it's like that oh, I didn't know I could handle that type of thing. And now look how I handled it and look what I gained from it. It kind of feels like why has to do with Harry Potter. Like I'm being sent off to the school of learning my own magic, learning what I'm capable of so that I can utilize that going forward. Did we do right by letting my sister pass, or could she have lived longer? Did we do right by letting my sister pass? Did we do right by letting my sister pass? Connected to what? Lack of action. Connected to lack of action. No, I feel like it was her time to go. The action that you took helped connect her back into where she wanted to be or needed to be, which would be the other side. This is like Five of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse. Me leaving the home, me transitioning to the other side was what allowed me to get in out of the cold because of some kind of imbalance. Hermit in reverse, extreme isolation. No, I feel like you did right by letting her pass. I feel like this is like I was ready to reconnect with not feeling like I'm constantly in my health or something feels like I'm in a snowstorm without a coat constantly. Like I'm constantly like overwhelmed by it, can't get away from it. And this was my release. So I feel like you did the right thing. Yes. All right, everyone. I'm going to hop off. What's today? Thursday. I will probably be back on Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday probably because Gavin's off Monday. Thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you to my mods. I'll talk to you all soon.